12/31.
That would be great.
How do I share this? Okay, video link.
That's what I'm still trying to figure out. Is
All right, here we
how
go.
do you share TikTok?
All right, I'm going to share it to our neighborhood or what? Or just this?
I don't know. We're share it to everything, I guess.
Somebody liked the video. Only got 7 views. All the people I know.
Can y'all go share that link on our Facebook page to like the neighborhood and shit?
I'll listen to this live. With story time.
I'm not sharing with
You brought
comments.
notes? Huh? Oh shit!
Yeah, I hope my phone doesn't die. I have like copies.
Well, now I have some stuff after we talk about the story, because I'm Mr. Petty. Then I have like a segment on pet peeves.
Petty Pete.
Petty peeves. So,
Petty Pete.
and then another. I'm thinking of some cool segments to bring into the.
Good. We appreciate it. So you sent me something just now?
I'm posting it to the Facebook page. If y'all can share it.
Who uses fucking Facebook anymore?
I don't know why you have to be ugly about it.
Old people shit.
Stupid douchebag.
Sorry. Sure, but this group where you anonymously ask questions is all over my.
I don't know why it's taking so long to post. There it goes. All right.
I'm gonna blow it up too.
Post it.
It has my picture up there. That's terrible.
Well, your Facebook one?
Of me messing with it.
I saw Henry like my.
Who did?
Henry Danger. Yeah, Henry.
Yeah, on that
Grinders.
Henry Glinders.
I like that guy. He liked our.
He's a pretty cool dude.
There's a TV show called Henry Danger or something.
Yeah,
No.
my kids used to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. And Henry something. He's that guy. I think he's the guy that Drew was telling me about. He ran into them the other day in the neighborhood. So he told me I'm supposed to be getting a prestigious gentleman request from him.
It's a terrible picture, but
Are you
whatever.
doing it on unrated?
Yeah.
It's on unrated?
No, I just did it to our Otter page. If you can share that link. I know it took a picture of me, which is fantastic.
I have so many Facebook ads about the Crisis Facebook page. They got the Otter House. They got page. Oh, dude.
Hey, y'all are live to the world, guys.
That is creepy, bro.
That is creepy. I don't like it at all.
What's up? Whoa. We'll get there. Hold
That's
on.
what's gonna happen. People
Yeah,
are gonna see me and go, "Oh God, turn it off."
Make sure you can see my.
What happened? I forgot to I haven't set the board yet.
Your sister's ass.
All right, so we're gotta get TikTok on that too. That looks like Scott Williams.
No, it's
not Scott. So I don't know if they can hear us on there. Let me get my.
I got a Bluetooth in.
Let me turn the board. Let me turn the
Changing
board on.
my.
This technology. I mean, like I'm in a sound
Yeah, I'm already
studio
connected.
officially. Now.
ESR keyboard.
It will. I had to power the board real quick. Hey, this is the stuff that we go into our subscriber contact about.
What is happening? I need to follow that.
This
page.
is all. Don't, because it's addicting. You just
Did you share it to our neighbors yet?
Okay.
Can I just post something on there? Just copy the post?
Like I just share that post.
I just did.
To which one?
To the Facebook page.
Yeah, but which Facebook? We have like 19 Facebook pages.
North Star Residence. Should I post it or delete it?
Post it. Yeah.
I just did. This is a creepy.
Yeah, I don't like it. I wish it wouldn't do it. It is what it is. Sorry, guys.
No, I don't care.
What? So which one did you do it to? North Star Residence?
Yeah, it's spelled with a lowercase s. Really? Okay. I guess you guys aren't on it today.
I'm in the middle of. I'm doing the unrated page, right?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I'm not sure. You guys are yelling at me. This is a
I did
hostile
the unrated
environment.
page.
Are you streaming live on TikTok?
We're on TikTok.
Did you send me my invite?
Oh,
I can go.
I can actually plus
I did my
host.
homework. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Okay, teacher's pet.
Hey, last time that made me feel disappointed. About not doing it.
Last time we got shamed.
You did get shamed.
All right, you sent me a link.
Yeah, we had nobody
So
watching.
I can't join unless I
Did you
have
get it?
Yeah.
that many users or followers or whatever the hell.
Oh, God, I must have
Yours broke?
I'm not a small guy. Come on, we're like trying to squeeze it together. It's not good.
That's what happens when
For
you're
the
live
record.
right
Petty Pete.
Okay, so
People think of a big
I didn't get
ego,
the
but
link.
that's not.
Just
That's not.
just to be clear.
Click it.
who's
The
that?
first one.
Damn it, my battery is low.
There you go. Now you're live.
Let's go live together.
Like that.
I can see you, but let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Live access is needed to go live.
Yes. Sorry, Vic.
Oh, it's fine.
Wait,
I'll work on
I
that.
don't have.
You're coming. It's your videos.
Your video's not on, but I see the logo.
Ooh, there's a reverb.
You'll connect.
Is there reverb?
Only.
Probably.
Oh, it's because
Oh shit! I didn't have my microphone.
it's the mic on my. I would turn the mic on.
We can't hear you live though.
There we go.
In your
What?
How about that?
There we go.
How about that? Oh, Wi-Fi on. Oh, camera. I don't know.
here, let's make sure we have our advertisement set up here. Can you all see that? QT. What else were we supposed to grab those Clorox wipes, would you?
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna
Put that
I'm gonna broadcast from the Taj Mahal. Oh no, there's a cannon. A cannon.
Okay, so
You can't go sideways. You got to go up and down.
these are the products that we use in our household.
Sponsored by QT Clorox wipes
Keep yourself clean.
Are you sure you can't go
and a
sideways?
shit ton of Apple products.
Well, my,
Yeah.
my case doesn't go up and down.
Hmm.
I'm just
You
gonna
may have a light on.
Here, here.
It's good.
But lean up against the Clorox
I can go
wipes.
sideways.
I hope your followers.
Hey.
You still don't have video on it.
I'm getting there.
I'll click the video.
I know. I gotta save that. So
Oh shit! Yeah, you're still sideways.
I like it.
Oh.
It's kind of it's
Did you do the Taj Mahal because of all your followers?
I just,
I need something heavier than that.
here. Use well.
I guess I'm gonna have to get a brand new.
I think that case seems better.
Use your laptop as a really nice, expensive case.
Yeah, we're just gonna drop it
You
down.
see what I use for my Apple case? It's a Windows Surface
A new Windows Surface case.
Oh,
and stand. It's
hey, there you are.
There, maybe something like that.
There you go, Joshua.
Can you get more of a side profile? Looks good.
Are you watching it?
Perfect.
Yeah.
wait, which side's best, the left or right?
Cannon at me here.
He's on the right.
I think you need to move the cannon so it's closer.
Hey,
to
we
the mouth.
haven't prepped at all. Like, do we have any?
I see Yo Dad, it's me as a comment.
That's not my kid.
No, it's on. I don't know the. We can't see comments on YouTube.
I can. I
We
can
can't see
'cause
comments.
I'm logged
Yeah.
in.
Well, you can see the YouTube live over here. So
Jeez, we're live.
we have nobody on.
We are live.
Hide ourselves.
We've been live for 10 minutes. We have nobody.
Yo, Dad, it's me.
It's
Yes,
not,
it is.
I don't,
Don't lie.
I don't know who that is. Yes, it is. Don't. It's not my kid.
LS Matt. You.
Okay, real quick here, just some topics that y'all hopefully brought. Did y'all bring anything, by the way?
Oh wait, that is my kid. Whoops. I didn't know he changed his name. How am I supposed to know that?
We got any, y'all, just real quick before we hit the button here to go live. You were signed into when you talked. I haven't heard Jacob say a word.
Hey, what do you mean signed in? This is
Trying to
Jacob.
get to talk, so
Oh, we've been talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we've
Vic
been
and I've been
talking.
over
Yeah,
here
we've
having a
been
conversation. Yes.
dropping dimes. And this guy's sitting up paying attention.
Working on all their devil technology.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that there.
Yeah, I think
Everything
we're-
else is good. Okay.
Oh, we didn't save it to the new group. Dang it.
What new group?
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, this is.
I can't. I'm gonna need to hire an executive assistant. I can't keep up with this.
Yeah. If anybody would like to volunteer as the Otter House executive assistant for
Wait,
Keep us
is
on
that-
track.
I mean,
I tell you what,
I'd ask my wife.
We have a-
She's pretty good at that kind of stuff.
we have a whopping salary of 0.
Well, we're a non-for-profit.
We're not for profit.
We don't have profit.
We pay to be on there.
We all grew up in a
We're buying followers.
we all grew up in a middle class family. So,
That's right.
My mom was primarily the.
Okay.
okay, I love the Taj Mahal thing. I'm thinking that's just gonna be my thing from now
I
on.
think you just need to move the cannon a little bit
How do
closer to
you,
your
how,
mouth.
how do you move the cannon?
Oh, shoot. Does it show that I'm on?
We got a Jared Johnson
On
Because I'm watching
YouTube,
I'm watching us live on
it says we have 12 viewers.
on YouTube.
No, I'm not on YouTube. I'm on.
On TikTok.
TikTok shows
Let me see.
3, right?
Hold on.
Peepaw,
I'm showing
TikTok
3.
Universe Design.
I can't see how much. Oh yeah, it is 3. Because no, who's this? Hold on.
Okay.
I remember my first time
My
on
wife just
TikTok.
texted me talking trash about
Is this your first time using this? Is your
No,
first
like
time
y'all
using TikTok?
are out of control.
Well, yeah. For what? How long has TikTok been out?
Like 6 or 7 years?
Yeah,
To like
this is the first time.
2018, 17.
I tried to stay away from China.
I'm just gonna hit record
Hey,
now.
are you-
I can edit all of this out
Okay, perfect.
because remember we got to have content for once we can start doing subscription too. People can see all the uselessness.
Wow. Do some bathroom
You
pics.
guys paid for this shit.
Paid for our paper.
That should
Real quick, y'all bring anything concrete?
I mean, I have some stuff from a while ago, but
That's okay.
Yeah,
I thought we were teeing up some.
Okay. You know,
Well, we do need to talk about the Sunday thing. Just kind of tease it.
we'll get
Yeah.
to that. We'll talk about that. I'm gonna let you roll into that.
Okay.
Since you've got an
So
idea.
what's the structure? What do you want to go into first?
I guess we're just gonna do it like last
Do we
week.
have neighborhood drama?
Oh, we got it all.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if we
Y'all
cut
can
out
head up that one.
sports. Do we
I
cut
think-
out sports?
I think neighborhood drama.
I vote we do
I
awards.
was really shocked. This is the one week you want to cut out sports.
I mean,
The Bears won.
Can we?
well, the Bears won last week.
We're
too.
gonna do a 2-second drop because I kind of want to see if I can add to y'all's bet real quick.
I think the drama part should be towards the middle when we get to the other subjects.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I want to
okay.
segue into the pet peeves and then we go on to some
I
other.
got that. I got some-
However we can segue into random.
So yeah, we'll go on. I got some stuff to go on, and then we'll just kind of troll from there.
I do have a dating story from high school that I'd love to tell at some point.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Johnny Sins on. Sweet.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Long time listener.
All right. Let's Johnny
Long
Sins.
time.
I'm pretty sure I am. I think he's following me from.
Hey, by the way, us talking through the intro was pretty funny.
Yeah.
In our intro,
Ashley.
okay.
Ashley J just joined.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's kick it off. Y'all ready?
We got somebody watching.
All right.
Oh, it's still me.
Oh, the cannon fires. It just did it.
How did you make it fire?
I don't know, but it blew up on me. I think y'all are dead. What's going on? All right, welcome to the Otter House podcast. This is Josh.
This is Matt.
What's up, Vic?
And we brought back our special guest.
This is Jacob. We got a new nickname coming up. So
All right.
Welcome back, sir.
yeah, pleasure. Yeah, had a fun time last time.
Well, hopefully we didn't kill you. Like
Yeah, I didn't say no. You know, I was like back.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna expect when you get on the show. So
Yeah.
I wanted to kick it off because I've been going back and we've posted 4 episodes now that are up on Spotify. And then we're slowly getting on Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio as we're getting there as well. We got one person on.
We have one person on YouTube and I think 3 on, well, I guess 2 because Vic's watching himself
on TikTok.
on TikTok. But we've got a new feature. We have 2 people on TikTok now because Josh finally got 1,000 followers on TikTok.
And it can.
It only took him 8 hours and no content.
No content. I had one
That's
video.
like 1,000% increase.
That's right.
Good
I had
numbers.
actually funny story before we go into our real stuff is that when that happened, one of my work friend's sons added me on TikTok and he's like, "Who are you?" And so I called him and I'm like, "Hey, is this your son?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, it's kind of funny because he's like, "Who's this nobody that logged on here? He has one video and 1,500 followers."
You just know people. That's
And I'm
it.
like, "You can tell your son that you know a celebrity."
That's great.
I'm a C-list. C-list.
Big time. Big time.
So
D minus, but it's
speaking of, but so we have 4 episodes out on Spotify right now. And I was listening to them, I was following up on, because we talk about a lot of follow-up and we never get to real follow-up.
Well, give us a little credit. We're only 5 shows in. We'll get there.
We'll get there. But some of it, I just want to make sure that we don't overlook. Y'all remember the U.S. Open topic we talked about?
Oh, the special vodka drink.
Yeah.
The honeydews.
Yeah.
The honeydews. We talked about how they sold 556,000 drinks for like $12.5 million in profit.
It's insane.
Off of that drink. One of the things that we talked about was how many people were in attendance and then how many drinks per person would that be. So I looked it up. So how many people do you think attended the U.S. Open this year?
11.
30,000.
11 people for 500.
I'd probably say a million.
Well, for sure, 11 people went. So at least I'm not wrong.
I think it was like a million people that visited there.
Over the course of how many days? Is it?
It's like
days.
It's tennis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the
We,
tennis
we
one.
confirmed it was tennis. Yeah.
Yeah. What's not
So it's like 2 weeks.
It's a pretty long
I
time.
didn't know that. So
It's gotta be.
I think it's like a week.
A million people.
I think it's a week or a weekend.
A million
Yeah.
people had to have gone through there.
So, if anybody knows, please let us know. But there was a million people that did attend the US Open total. So taking that math, so it was about 2 drinks a person.
Okay.
Is really what that was. So clearly they weren't as drunk as we thought they were.
Right? Because we thought they were going to be lit.
that would have been a
You're
lot more
supposed to
fun
be-
to watch that. Yeah, it would have been an televised event to watch. If there was all the drunk people in the stands getting kicked out, people running the course during a game. Everyone's streaking.
So just to go back off of episode, I think it was on episode 2, almost 1 or 2. I guess I should.
It was 2. I was here for that.
I didn't do my homework on that one, but so we need to note that one. Oh, and then another follow up from episode 2, Jacob. We actually had a writer write in about you from episode 2, and they wanted. We were talking about the worst day that people go out and die. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah. We came up with the consensus. It was Sunday.
Came up with Sunday. Well, somebody wrote in because they really tuned into what you had to say, and I went to have to confirm what they wrote into me was true.
Okay.
So I'm going to play back some audio.
Oh, yeah, because I need to, I've slept since then.
If you remember saying this. Oh, I'll try that again one more time. I turn it up real quick. So about paying an electric bill with a note from Jesus.
I do remember saying that. Yes.
Yeah.
So they pointed out because they did the homework in how much it would be worth if you actually had a note from Jesus, from biblical
Actually,
Like a handwritten
like
note
a
from
handwritten
Jesus.
note from Jesus. Because their whole point was if you really had a note from Jesus, you could pay everybody's electric bill
Literally.
with that note from it. And so from doing their homework on there, they found that something from going through historical biblical objects and stuff related to the Bible
Related. Okay.
had brought in stuff from upwards of $2 billion.
Holy nice.
So,
Holy cow, man. That's
So-
crazy.
So you could bet I wouldn't show back up to work the next day if that was literally written from Jesus. But
I might show up in the busiest time, like you know what? I quit.
I will say it was bubbly handwriting with heart on it, all that kind of stuff. I don't think it was Jesus' handwriting, but they spoke through him. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious that somebody actually reached back out to point out
That's cool.
that section of being like, hey, listen,
Jesus loves you, XOXO. It's like, all right, thanks.
because they had him from that. So,
2 billion.
absolutely.
Going on a treasure hunt.
Well, there's a few things. I think this show tonight's mostly just going to be, before we get into the drama, we should play some games.
Oh yes,
We should play. We should definitely play some games.
Uno.
We're gonna do Monopoly live.
We're gonna play Twister on the air.
Hang out next.
You can do play-by-play Twister, Ricky. Jacob with the tough right hand red.
Going.
But you do it like the radio does it on like football games.
Yeah.
Moving left to right on your radio dial.
Yes.
So
Jacob, top right corner.
the ones that we wanted to go to, we started some new games. So do you all want to start with the new game that we held off for Jacob to come in, or do y'all want to go back into? Matt introduced a game last week that he really wanted to go into. He doesn't even remember.
I'm going blank.
He had a few games.
You were talking about Barguments?
Oh yeah,
Barguments. I brought
bar debates.
Bar debates.
Bar debates. Yeah.
Bar debates. I think I got a new name. We can vote on this and see if y'all like it. But I wanted to drop a little intro for you and see if we can change the name of how we do these bar debates.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
not gonna do whiskey. We're gonna do whiskey wisdom, not
Whiskey
I-
wisdom.
I'm gonna go ahead and say.
bar debates.
I mean, I was a master bar debater.
Two-handed.
So I figured
Not yet.
we'll kick it off with we'll call that segment, instead of doing bar debates, we'll do whiskey wisdom.
Whiskey wisdom.
So
All right.
and so starting off, we'll start easy since Jacob's here. We'll start very easy. What's the largest animal you think you could beat with hand-to-hand combat?
Otter.
Single one.
Single.
Just one.
I would say
Game.
probably the people that fight a lot could probably square up with the kangaroo. Those are badass
Have you seen the
animals.
muscles on those?
Right, but I think it's almost like going into the ring with the UFC fight. That would be
'Cause they
probably
hit you.
most.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, there is a video guy doing that in Australia.
Yeah.
Kangaroos are
Kangaroos.
assholes.
Yeah.
Right.
Just telling you, they're mean.
To
Yeah,
be the best, you
I'm
gotta
thinking,
beat the best. So you gotta
Yeah.
go to fight.
I think you
the
didn't
kangaroo.
work your way up.
I'm thinking
Start
Emperor
working out.
Penguin. That's about as big as
You gonna fight a
I think
penguin?
I'm-
Emperor penguin. Oh, come on.
Those things are like
No.
4 feet tall.
It's
That's
just-
almost as tall as me.
Hand-to-hand.
4-foot penguin.
The emperor penguins, they're
So-
huge.
I don't know. Have you seen that movie Congo? It's an old one.
Oh, a long time ago.
A
Yeah.
long time ago. But you remember they had the kung fu gorillas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get down to one of those.
Dude.
Like,
No, I don't think you can.
Dude, now that
I don't
I
think
think
you
about
can.
it,
I can't.
I
I
think
can't be one of those.
there's not a
I
lot of
can't
animals
kangaroo
I'm
in
gonna
the
fight and win.
Right.
That's why I said a penguin. It'll probably
Picking
beat
on
me up.
kids, like just like random small things, like cats. Okay,
cats,
I'll
yes.
just kick them.
They have paws, not hands. You already win.
Sorry,
That's
cat.
like-
Sorry, cat lovers.
Cat, I've already insulted the cat.
Oh, did you?
So we can double down. on that.
Brought to you by Meow Mix.
Probably not gonna get sponsored by them.
Dang it! Try that
Nope.
back.
You mean sponsorship lost.
So you want to fight a giant gorilla?
I think if they were the
A kung fu
kung
gorilla,
fu
even better.
gorillas, Yeah.
One that's trained professionally.
Well, sure.
At that point, it's how fast can they run? Because I'm just gonna run the other way and see if I can
Tire
grab
them
them.
out. I'm gonna straight Floyd Mayweather it, like just tire them out,
Big fight.
and then
Stay clan fight.
as I'm sitting there with all my broken limbs on the ground, I'll be like, I got the points though, right?
He's beating you with your own limbs. That's what's happening.
He's still working me around. So, all right. So we've got otter. You said a king, penguin,
Yeah.
Say kangaroo.
kangaroo, and I guess I'm fine.
Not me personally.
You're-
No, I'm saying
you
in
can divide the
reality.
table in half. We're taking the win.
Okay.
They're taking the L.
So this just in,
Taking the W.
we all just got banned from the zoo. So
Oh, yeah. Right.
Well, I got
they just declined my offer for the live podcast from their
Yeah.
location.
pulling the curtain back. I'm not allowed in 3 different zoos across the country.
I think
In a 5 mile radius.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not allowed within a 500-foot area.
We're just gonna glaze over that one.
Yeah,
We're not
just
even going
yeah.
down.
I can't. I legally can't. We're still in court.
Wow. All right. Well, moving on. That's another follow-up topic.
So that's brought to you by.
So here's another fun topic, Jake. You probably like this one too, because this is where your expertise. You consider yourself a foodie. At what point does pizza stop being a pizza and become some dough with stuff on top? When there's no cheese, and no sauce, how many things of original ingredients can you replace until it's no longer a pizza?
Oh, that's hard because you put cheese on garlic bread. Does it make it a pizza? Right? No. So it can't be.
Okay. Well, good point. Define a pizza.
But there's no sauce.
Right.
All right, Jacob. Define pizza. Go.
Pizza's got to be dough, obviously, with some type of moisture, some sauce, and some cheese for flavor. It's like the minimum with toppings, right? So, so I guess it's got to be sauce on it, right? Now there are people out there that don't put marinara sauce. I've seen that.
Yeah, well, they have different pizzas.
Yeah.
Like you can just do olive oil, garlic.
Like buffalo
Cheese.
buffalo sauce.
So when does that become just garlic bread, right?
You know,
So I think sauce has to be on it.
Okay, so sauce is the base.
Well, but you think about what is the Chicago style pizza? Because they just take everything and dump it in a bowl and put sauce and cheese on top, and then like, here you go.
Yeah, you can't even hold it. It's just like falls apart. You gotta eat it with
It's spaghetti pizza.
right.
what it
That's
is.
exactly right.
So I think that's a big part of it because I think that's
and that's not even really Chicago.
I don't.
Okay, so what's Chicago pizza?
If you can't hold it,
Tavern style pizza, which is
Like
super thin
Mhm.
crust.
Then how did they get Chicago deep dish?
Is it? They started and it was a tourist thing. Tourists come there for that. Like normal Chicagoans don't. We like tavern style.
Okay,
Thin
so it's thin
crust, yeah.
crust.
I've been craving New York style lately. You can't find a place that's not Domino's that has
You know,
that.
Little Brothers off of Blue Mountain.
I got New York style.
You take was that 287
Mhm.
and then get off at
Oh, there you're talking about. Yeah, I would like
It's right in
folding that thing up and be able to eat it like that, like New York
Like
style.
the big giant piece.
Like the big giant piece. You should just do that. That's
You
what
can
I.
tilt it all the
yeah.
grease.
I've been
You should
craving
go there.
that. Yeah.
You should go there. Their food's really good, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it's all made in house.
Yeah. Going plug.
there you go.
Yeah.
Another live. Well,
place is phenomenal.
try it.
I need to try it. I haven't been there. We ordered Marco's all the time.
Now, have y'all been to the one over here, Big Joe's off of Blue Mountain?
Is that the one that has the beer fridge?
So that their pizza, their food's fine. You know, it's not bad at all. But the guy that runs the place is so intimidating. He's like literally a Brooklyn guy. And so when you go in there, I was like apologizing, ordering to him. You know, say, hey, what do you want? You know, like, oh, I'll take this pizza. It's like almost made me feel bad for a while. I'm like, I'm sorry. Can I get a side of? Okay, I'm sorry. You know,
Yeah, he's got a brother or cousin that owns another pizza shop in Keller, right by
They
that
got-
academy.
I think they got like 3 of them.
Yeah, we ate there after one of my kids' sporting
You
events.
start naming the third one, you're going to be swimming with the fishies.
yeah.
He's hilarious.
I've been served by employees that look like they want to kill me just for being there. Sorry.
I think it's hard to find a true good Italian joint because I know there was one that I used to go to all the time, but it was owned by Romanians.
Mhm.
So totally different concept. The food was still phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was great. Their house salad was good. But I'm not from up north. You know, like I'm in the barbecue state. And that's just where it is. You'll never go wrong with barbecue.
Yeah.
Every meat mixes in barbecue. Can't put it on pizza. You can't put every meat on pizza. You ever seen? Can you? Have you seen pulled pork on pizza? I don't
Yeah,
think
That
so.
would be freaking great.
Yeah.
See what I've started.
Yeah.
That's not pizza anywhere.
It's going to be a
Or
fusion.
you do
It's not barbecue. It's barbecue
Pizza and barbecue.
You do that barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Said he likes the barbecue.
that's good. I
The
think
conversion
we,
is happening.
I think we're got to get a couple pizza places. Go
Yeah.
and do some
Oh, yeah.
eat 'em cast from there.
Hell
Give me
yeah.
that, like that.
The one by, yeah. He's the one that's got to turn me on to the.
You know,
the New York
he's
style.
here.
I'm like, I want.
Oh, he's
Very importantly, he's in Texas. He was
Is it
at
Austin
the,
or something? Is that
he
what
was
it
at
is?
the state fair the other day trying one of the corn dogs.
deep fried pizza. What's the one? Oh,
One bite, you know the rules. Eats the whole slice of pizza.
Yeah.
what's the? Oh, I know what this is the famous corn dogs that all from the state fair.
Yeah,
And then they tried to open a franchise branch and the family sued them or something. I have to go. That's when we go to the fair. That's all my wife.
Yeah.
Give me corn dog.
but he shouted out 2 places. I'll post them on my.
They did have a
TikTok.
deep fried Oreo there. I think it was pretty legit.
Is that before or after you ran from the shooter?
You know what? I'll share it. I'll share it
That was after the rules.
They
were-
made
made
it. The shooter.
I'll share the 2 shout outs in Texas. One was in Garland, which is looks like 45 minutes from here.
Okay. So post them on. Yeah,
I'll post them on our
Go
Facebook
to our
page.
Facebook page. We'll see the shout outs of what Dave Portnoy enjoyed from the state fair
Yeah.
of Texas. So, all right. So moving on. Okay. So here's a tough one for you. Maybe we'll see. Let's say. So on the toilet paper roll or the paper towel roll, they have the cardboard in the middle.
Do we have paper towels and toilet paper again?
Yeah.
Are they back in stock?
For a second, I really thought about that.
I started thinking, like,
I was like, he might be.
I'm curious. Has anybody been to Walmart and checked?
No,
I was there today. Everything looks fine.
I have a warehouse full of it.
By the way, the cops were on their way to show up at that Walmart up the street.
On the way here.
And no, earlier today,
Sounds like a Wednesday.
supposedly some guy hit a lady.
What?
That's all I heard as we were walking the other way. And they were out in the parking lot. And then we tried to, do one of those like drive-bys really, really slow with the window down, try to listen into what's happening.
What's going on over there?
Yeah.
So that Walmart, we were there. Real quick, this is good. So me and my daughter walk into Walmart, and my son had asked me to get a specific food that's right over in the cold section or whatever, but it's in one of the little middle sections. I don't even know what it's called, kiosk, whatever. And a lady had collapsed right there. So people were taking care of her. And I went and asked the lady at Walmart, and said, "Hey,
Excuse me.
where?"
Reaches over.
I said, "So where's the special sandwich?" It was like a sandwich or something.
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, they're right there. That's the only place we have them, but we can't get to them." So I said, "Hey, we're not gonna be able to get this." So we get back to the car, and my son goes, "Hey, where's those sandwiches you were getting?"
Oh, no.
And I said, "Hey, man, sorry, a lady collapsed right in front of the aisle, so we weren't able to get to it." And he looks up and he goes, "So no sandwiches." Sorry, dude. Like, we can't.
For as much as you feed your kids, though, I'm surprised you're not like. There's this lady who was eating that sandwich, and she passed out and died like right there. And I was like, maybe
So we're not
this
getting
isn't
those sandwiches.
Yeah,
We're starving tonight.
No, I'm also surprised you didn't ask. Like, hey, did she offend any elephants? Like, just want to
yeah, don't get trampled.
I want to know and trampled twice.
I mean, I almost reached over, but I thought with the paramedics right there, it might not be a good look.
I mean, like, I don't think we.
Excuse me.
Guys are resuscitating.
Can you grab that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
resuscitating.
Hey, it's actually on the bottom shelf anyway. Can you go ahead and grab it while you're on the ground?
Tell you what, just give me 2. So
Here. I was at work earlier. They gave me this.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, good luck.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and
Yeah,
prayers.
thoughts and prayers.
can I just?
Sorry. Anyway, I derailed that for a minute.
So paper towel rolls.
So the real question is, on the cardboard, is there 1 hole or 2? So think about it. It took me a minute to really think about this question too. So is it just one continuous hole, or are there 2 holes on the paper towel roll? So
Well, I guess if you bend it, then you have 2. But if you're looking end to end,
You can bend it multiple times. Well, no, you still only have 2. Damn it.
I think it's 2. I
Damn
think
it.
it's 2.
She's talented.
I think it's 2. I don't even say it.
that's
Like go
cut a
from
hole
you can
right
go
in
from
I'm
So
gonna
I
go with the
guess it's
science
2.
side of things. If it's a black hole, it's going from one end to the next. What does it
Correct.
matter?
But technically, you could put 2 objects in it,
dwarf.
one on either side.
One on each side, you can,
So that's technically 2 holes.
so it can get.
See?
So where's the center of this hole?
All right, we got to move on. Anybody know Neil deGrasse Tyson? Come out here. Hey, is black hole 1 hole or 2 holes?
We'll see. Here's what happens.
That's great.
Wow.
Well,
So what's the answer? Is it 1 or 2?
It's open for debate.
we are taking suggestions, so please
Yeah.
hit us
know
up
your
on our
thoughts.
Facebook.
Please
page
do
and
not
let
make
us know
this
what you
segment
think.
called 1 hole
Is it
or
1
2.
hole or 2.
This episode right here.
Please set us on the straight and narrow.
So think, are you a 2-hole guy or one?
Man, people are gonna be so lost. We started talking about toilet paper here. That's good.
Can we have negative viewers? Like it just goes negative.
Reaches up for sandwiches. It's like a serious question.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're seeing the light, let us know if there's 2 holes.
Oh man!
That's a whole tunnel. Is that one? I mean, I think about a train tunnel.
All joking aside, we hope whoever fell in that area is okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Being calm.
Yeah, I just unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
On me being there, not her fault. But anyway,
The police are looking for someone.
it's not like I pushed her.
She had the last sandwich. I had to make sure. No. Got to come with the kids.
The bus is running hard for you today. Well, speaking of holes, Matt said he had a fun dating story.
Oh Lord, we're gonna segue into this, please.
That's a perfect segue.
This has nothing to do with what we were talking about. But, no, I was driving home thinking about like all the different Halloween decorations and yeah, there's everything ghosts and skeletons and demons and I.
Wow, that's a weird way to relate to a former person.
Okay,
Is he Satan over
hang
there?
on. It will make a lot of sense. So me and my wife have dated since middle school, but we broke up often for various stupid reasons. And I wanted to date this one girl.
To be clear, she's going to comment in a minute and say it was all your fault.
Oh, 94% of the time it was mine. Guaranteed it was mine. I'll have to tell you what breakup line I used one time. It was terrible. Anyway, there was a girl I wanted to date, and she invited me to go to a Wednesday night service.
Wait, is this before or after you broke up with your wife? That's not answering that question.
It was about 10 minutes after. No. So anyway, I wanted to date this girl, whatever. So she asked me, "Hey, would you like to come to church with me?" Sure. At this, I was like, whatever. Yeah, sure. Let's go Wednesday night. Great. You know, I grew up in a Southern Baptist church. I was used to Wednesday night. And she said, "Well, I go to this church called Cornerstone, which."
Okay, like a cornerstone building. Yeah.
Okay. However,
Like the
it's
foundation
not
of
the
it.
same.
That makes sense.
So it is. It's different. I'm just going to leave it
Yeah.
at that. It is a different church. The pastor is on TV every.
Televan. Those are called televangelists.
Yeah, one of those types. And so I went kind of hesitantly, but I was like, I want to date this girl. I was in high school. Thought this would be great.
Wait for the hook here, because
So she goes, "It's a special service this weekend." I was like, okay, or this Wednesday. So I show up and I'm sitting next to her. I'm like, and this guy starts preaching about demons and how when you sin, a demon comes and lives inside you for an hour. It was the longest service. But I was like,
Wait,
you know
the
what?
service was an hour or demon stands
The first part was an hour.
Oh, okay.
So after an hour,
we talked
he's talking about all these, when you sin, demon comes to the side, whatever. I thought,
by the way,
metaphorically.
logo my cup. This is great sponsorship on a live TikTok. Just saying for all my 1,500 viewers.
so I thought that this was a metaphorical thing. Like if you sin constantly, that's a demon you struggle with, right? That made sense in my head.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was wrong.
He meant like a real demon.
He goes, "All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break and we'll come back to the demon casting out portion of our service." At this point, I'm in panic mode. I can't show this because I'm trying to date this girl. So I'm just,
Whoa.
okay. All of a sudden, these trash cans start getting wheeled down the aisles. And
You're
this
about
guy
to die.
says,
You're about to die.
he goes, "I'm going to start calling out sins. If you feel like if that sin is inside you, you're going to want to sneeze, cough, throw up potentially."
Sounds.
And I'm like, this is not happening. This is not happening. And he's like, "Demon of adultery, come out." And the whole place erupts in coughing and guys throwing up in trash cans.
What?
I'm not, I can't make this up. This was, I was, so he's like, "Demon of foul language, come out. Demon of this." It's just everything. And guys are throwing up, spitting,
I mean,
sneezing.
it makes sense. You said you grew up in a town of 250 people.
Yeah. There was at least 3,000 people at this service.
Whoa.
It was packed.
That's crazy.
And I'm in freaking panic. I'm sweating. And all I can think is do not cough. And if y'all know me, I have like allergies sometimes, right? So I'm sniffle or I clear your throat. And I'm like, don't. Just focus. I was staring at the wall, trying not to do anything to derail it. Well, There's a moment in the whole service right towards the end, starts to get a little quiet. He's kind of taking a break in between the casting out of the demons. And I'm like, I gotta clear my throat. Like, there was a tickle that's been bugging me for about 15 minutes.
Really,
And, and I was like, all right, now's the moment. And right as I went to clear my throat, he says, "Demon of homosexuality, come out." And she just, her and her parents just both look at me. And at that point, I'm like, this is not gonna work out at all. Like, not a chance.
So you went back to your current.
So I quickly crawled back and begged for forgiveness and casted out some more demons.
Wow.
Okay.
That is probably one of the most intense
I
stories.
know, I was captivated.
Yeah, we got in the car to go home because I had ridden with them, which was mistake number one. We get in the car and her dad is very hesitant to talk to me.
You should have sat in his lap.
And he says, "Man, that was powerful. That was moving. Like, that was disturbing.
Embarrassing.
Like, incredibly embarrassing. She won't look at me." And then we had a family friend married her sister, and I ended up running into her like 15 years later. It's so weird. So weird.
So crazy, man.
So I missed the point of it. What did they do with the trash cans?
That's
People
where
were
people were
throwing
throwing up in us.
Oh, so,
Spitting.
like, you get up out of your seat.
Like, guys were pushing people out of the way in the aisle to get to a trash can to throw up.
See, this is where I think it's kind of a ploy, because I feel like before that, did y'all like take any like sacrament, or they handed out water or bread before the service? Like, did they do something to like where they put like iodine in the food?
Yeah, church dinner for the whole
To
church.
make you throw up. Like,
Because to me, it's just statistically impossible unless they were all really that bad. Like, today, we invited nothing but people from the Dr. Phil Maury show to show up today. You know what I mean? Like,
We won't ever know.
it's one of those churches where they sell life insurance during the service kind of thing.
he's like, I bought some. I'm still good to this.
I'm covered.
Well, so we're at the lake. This was a couple of years ago. We were at not Canyon Lake. We were at LBJ with some friends, and there was a house there, 3-story boathouse on the lake, and the bottom floor had a garage door for their boat to drive in. And I was like, "Dang, dude, who owns that house? That house is sick." They were like, "Oh, that's the pastor of Cornerstone."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So he's living large.
Wow. So that's
So I don't know how we tied that into
holes.
toilet holes, but
Well, we have the trash.
I felt like demons, and so now when you see a demon, just think it's one of them's inside you.
All the demons are out. You felt holy. So
felt all. Well,
Bing, bing.
speaking of demons in the neighborhood, I will say,
Woo! Hang on, the hood. We gotta get a song for the hood.
we're working on it.
Yeah, I think that's next.
I honestly think about that.
Jacob, were you here? Were you around when the neighborhood couldn't be called the hood?
I was here. Yeah, we were one of the first. We were 2 months in when the first house was moved into. So we were all part of that.
So you
after all the
understood the drama of the
Mhm.
hood that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
it
remember
was-
that. So where I was talking about how that one person
Prestigious.
called it the hood. No, that's when everybody thought we were being prestigious. That's a whole nother.
That's
Topic. Another part of it there. I thought it was, gosh, so much that just happens. It's like gold in our neighborhood. Like, everything we talk about, people. Given that we joke that we live in the slums, we live in the hood, but then we tell stories about. Like, it wasn't even just recently. I don't know if y'all have heard the craziness, and this happened literally this last weekend, where a group of teenagers were targeting houses to break into them, zip tie people if they were home, rob their houses, and apparently there's like this network of Facebook, like this Facebook page of these high school kids, and like they're about that age that have a Facebook page, and they target homes and go and rob them.
Around here?
Well, 4 of our neighborhood addresses apparently showed up on this page, and and so the police have been monitoring it, and luckily we had some heroic neighbors that interrupted them in the middle of their snafu.
Really?
Oh yeah, so
I did not hear any of that.
No, this is all news.
that was everybody was talking about, like, why are there? Because it's funny, every time a cop car flies into our neighborhood, you guarantee you 5 minutes later there's a post. Why are there cop cars in the neighborhood? What's going on? And so, but that's what that was about. 5 cops showed up because 2 neighbors had approached these kids and stopped them from, there was an old couple, was a husband and his disabled wife, that luckily they didn't get into that house because in the car the cops found zip ties, masks, and trash bags. Like, how insane.
And is this all over like
You
the
know,
area?
It's, well, the
Or just like our
these-
neighborhood, or like
These kids want to die
they're in, like, well, true.
because if we don't even have to get.
They're picking the wrong state to do that in. And
Yeah, I mean,
But why would they made a Facebook page
yeah,
about the houses they're gonna hit?
to target. And so when they post an address, everybody like shows
I
up.
think God they did, dude, because they'd be hitting these houses and no one would even know.
I just think kids don't know what repercussions are anymore. So they think they're going to get away with it because they're kids, right?
Think about
But-
it, like
But
what
you
if
could get killed.
exactly? What if one of them
But maybe
got
they're not
shot
shot
up
up
walking in the door and
people
now
defending their
it's all-
castle.
you
They're just
know?
like, whatever, we could
something stupid?
just do something funny.
Golly.
Stick to TikTok.
What is the worst thing you did as a kid growing up?
That's okay. There was a thing.
Let's go with that. Should we have an age gap on that? That way it's like,
Okay, under the age of driving.
Under the age of driving, I didn't. When I was under the age of driving, I would like play in the street and block cars, playing football in the street. Under the age of driving, I mean, I did some wild stuff as a teenager, but I wouldn't do anything as far as like breaking into homes.
Yeah, no.
You know, like terrorizing Halloween decorations and smashing pumpkins was
Yeah.
probably like the extent of where I would draw the line. But breaking into homes and zip tying people,
Yeah, that's crazy.
The worst thing I ever did, and I got caught for it, was egging cars. You remember jogger egg cars?
I didn't think I
No.
was in church.
Yeah, I had this demon, and no, I was.
Egg cars.
This was back when we had regular phones,
I've had my car egged,
Like flip
but I've
phones.
never egged cars.
so we
No.
we thought that we were tough shit, whatever. You know, we're in high school and we're driving around egging cars. Well, this is back before smartphones. You know, you had Nokia phone, whatever, with the buttons on the top, right? Well, I set the carton of eggs down on top of my phone.
Oh, and it called.
Called the last person I talked to, my dad.
Oh
No.
shit!
So for
that
30
you
minutes.
invented live streaming right there.
So for 30 minutes, my dad listened to us egg cars when I was supposed to be at the movies. So I get home, my dad's just sitting in his chair. He goes, "How was the movie?" I said, "It was good. Real good, real funny. We really liked it." He goes, "You have a good time?" I was like, "Yeah, I had a good time." And he looks me straight in the eye and he goes, "You really nailed that fucking car, huh?" And I went, "I'm sorry?"
Pardon me?
He goes, "I heard everything." I went, "Yep. Yep. I'm screwed." My dad I've never heard him cuss.
No.
And he just repeated exactly what I had said while we were
Well, let me ask you this, because this is where it gets blown away from me. Like when I was a kid, if I stepped out of line, boy, I got corrected fast. Like to me, corporal punishment was not off the table in my house.
Nope.
And
There's
it's-
a ping pong paddle.
And so, I had a wooden spoon. I actually dyed it in gold and gave it to my mom for Christmas one year because I saved the spoon from my childhood. She used to spank us with, and I called it the Punisher and cased it in a nice trophy case and gave it to her. To me, I thought it was a funny joke of being grateful, being like, "I'm glad you weren't afraid to straighten me out."
Yeah.
Because just some like the way that these teenage kids are speaking to adults out of nowhere, like they're just being. Back in my, literally in my day, if an adult came to my house and said, "Hey, your son disrespected me," I probably was getting a nice pop in the mouth. I probably couldn't sit down for a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember a time we were joyriding and my friends, we were 15. We would take the keys and joyride in the car. And then I don't know if you guys have ever been skiing on a car door before, where you open the car door you open it up all the way and the guy hangs on the window and you see your feet across the concrete.
No, my cars were Chinese, so they wouldn't handle that much weight on the door.
No, this is so we were doing that. My buddy was skiing on the door and another one of our friends was driving and then all of a sudden he slams on the brake and the door like crunched all the way over to the front. And of course, we had to bring that car home.
Oh,
I was staying the night over at my buddy's house, and I just remember when we got there and his dad comes out and sees the door and just stares at us, and he looks right at me and he's like, "You just go upstairs." I still have nightmares to this day from the whooping he got downstairs, hearing him scream from the whooping.
oh, dang.
But there was one thing that never happened
Do you
again.
think he just told him to scream and didn't really do anything?
Well, I don't know, because we never touched those car keys ever again.
Yeah.
So like car theft was not an option for us ever.
Yeah.
When people were like, "Hey, let's go steal a car," we'd be like, also my friend's leg starts twitching.
PTSD.
It's like going,
Yeah, I think you're right though. I think the punishments have laxed
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's pretty scary, though. Scary for the kids because something bad could happen to them, and scary for who potentially
Someone's gonna
already
get
got.
shot. I have no idea how they
They
made it this far.
They were just fortunate. Probably it was the only house that they were starting at. It had to be because we haven't heard of a sting of robberies or break-ins, and so they just picked the first wrong house. And got
Somebody
busted.
just posted a video of somebody trying to like knock on the door.
Yeah.
On our Facebook page.
Well, the kids, I remember that, the ding dong ditch.
Those are harmless pranks. I mean,
You
that's,
can't do that anymore with ring
You
cameras.
can't. Like,
well, no,
it's
the
stupid.
kid had a hood on. They had a hoodie on, and so you could see.
You see those that they run up and the mask falls and you can see their whole face.
They're like, "Oh, my bad. Oops."
Well, my kids were asking, like, what can we do for fun, like to prank someone? I was like, well, all our trees are 5 feet tall, so we can't TP it.
Do you remember what
First of all, there's two
Well, you
issues
can't use
there.
toilet paper anyway because we
Do you
don't have
remember
any.
what I told you you could do?
No.
Remember? Marketplace. You remember?
You're about to give out some terrible advice.
I have short-term memory loss.
No.
Why am I here?
It was posting a free couch on Marketplace with the phone number.
No,
Oh.
okay. So I will say this. Here's one of the ultimate pranks you could do, because I did this once, and I actually stole it from somebody else. I stole this idea, but I utilized it. Is that I went on to Craigslist. I created a fake email, went on to Craigslist. I took the phone number of the person I didn't like, and I posted it on Craigslist. But the thing was, I was like, we're doing a Chewbacca sound-alike contest. So call this number. Don't say anything because it's a non-monitored line. So it'll either pick up or go to voicemail. And then if it picks up, goes to voicemail, just leave a Chewbacca noise. Or since it picks up, just do the Chewbacca noise and record it, and you'll be done. It's like that's how the post was. I was like, we'll select our winner at the end because with the caller ID, we'll select the winner, and then the winner gets $100.
Only you.
Oh my gosh! So
Come up with that. This is awesome.
I saw from someone else, and I was like, could this really work? And I tested it.
Absolutely.
And so it happened. And so the next week and a half before I saw this person again, we were all hanging out in a group together because they had really wronged me. And they were like, guys, I got to go to the phone store tomorrow. I'm changing my number. And we were like, why? What's going on? It's like, I've gotten 12,000 phone calls and people are just making Chewbacca noises. I'm like, oh, that is great. So,
Another harmless prank.
someone, could you imagine if you give a
It's
hello?
not harmless. You got to change the things you have to go through to change your number and all the logins you have.
Back then too, it's like porting your number over was not as easy. It was just hand them your phone and they scan it over. No,
Yeah.
you had to do work. Like the old Nokia phone, people had to go and reprogram all the numbers. And
Man, pranks are my absolute favorite thing to do in the entire world.
really,
That is my absolute.
I remember you were saying that you like to do pranks. on
I did
kids
something
all the
similar to
time.
what you said, except I worked with a lady that I couldn't stand, and she had just bought a new car.
hold on, let's clear up. You couldn't stand her like as her personality. Like she couldn't physically not stand because you've already walked across one lady who was down.
That's very true.
Well,
Do you have
played,
that?
sir.
Do
Well
you
played.
have
No.
that soundbite? No.
She
Okay.
she had a
I'm not even queued up. I'm not even ready for it. See, I'm failing.
yeah.
That's all right. We missed the moment. I'll keep it ready.
So yeah, same thing though. Then couldn't stand her, so I just she bought a brand new car, like a $25,000 car,
Oh.
and I went outside one day and took pictures of it and then posted an ad on Facebook, but valued it at like 11,000 or way cheaper than
Yeah,
it was.
so
And
tons
her
of people
phone was
called.
blowing up all day at work. She's like, "I'm not selling my car. Why are these people thinking I'm selling my car?"
She just bought this car. Like, what?
That's
Wow.
great.
So yeah,
I've got lots of prank stories.
Good.
As a former coach, that's all we did.
we're gonna have to do a good prank segment. But not to very far off as we
Any more neighborhood drama?
we do. Actually, it's funny because last week we talked about Petty Pete.
Oh yeah, Petty Pete.
And
Eddie Pete,
I told everybody that
not Pete.
if they were on the Facebook page, they would want to know who Petty Pete was. But we brought Petty Pete back tonight.
I'm here. I'm live.
He's
Pete.
Petty Pete.
I've earned that nickname.
Double P.
So
Self-anointed.
we wanted to give Petty Pete. He wanted to update it.
That's very true.
It's not Docking Pete.
Or Pete or repeat. Fella.
Oh my.
You remember that?
Yes.
So, remember we were talking about last week about the importance of names and the recreation of pages and
Yes.
things that go up because of the naming. Y'all were kind of thrown off on it. So we said we're going to bring Petty Pete back to bring this story full circle. So about this naming issue.
Yeah, I'm just here to tell my side of the story.
Please.
You know, obviously, whoever else is involved or feels like they were involved is not here to defend themselves. But for the last 3 years, this neighborhood's been around. North Star. Oh, can't say that right. Capital letter.
No, well, that's good enough.
So the neighborhood that we live in, that shall be unnamed. Reading the documents, I knew that the middle letter was not supposed
It's all
to
right.
be
If you
capitalized.
listen to episode 2 and 3, it's in there.
You
you're
drop it
all
a few
right.
times.
It's edited though. We've edited.
No. There, it's in there.
Uh-oh.
Well, you just have to listen to the episodes
They
to
talk
listen
it.
to find it.
I don't
It's
think I've
in-
heard it. I don't. But, no.
Anyways, go
Anyways.
on.
So on my side, anytime that people were kind of posting the name incorrectly, I would correct them on Facebook, including the 20 pages that we have now on Facebook. And people will still create new pages with it spelled incorrectly. And a lot of times when I would correct them, they would, oh, okay, great. I'm starting a new Facebook page, and they would spell it incorrectly. So at one point, Josh and I had to become an admin on one, and we just decided, hey, let's go correct it ourselves. And we did, and we got a message from one of the fearless leaders. That's how I see what y'all did there. I'm like, I'm just making it correct. So more pages are coming up, misspelling correctly. People were making comments, people were making events. And it was a Sunday afternoon, probably the night before. I've had a few cocktails.
Okay.
So I'm waking up, I'm mowing, and I decided
Were
I'm
you
gonna.
mowing or was it Phantom Mower?
No, I
Is
was-
he the Phantom Mower?
Perhaps, but
Did we catch him?
I decided to
We have more than one guest
Go
on this
find-
show.
go find the street sign that everybody sees and it's spelled correctly, and made 3 or 4 model poses and pointing to how it's spelled correctly. And then on the page said, hey, just in case you're curious, this is how it's spelled.
I saw that and I didn't even think
That's all. That is it. There was no.
I honestly thought you were pointing to the stop sign to let people know that we have these octagon-shaped red signs that we need to follow.
That nobody stops at.
But you know, if we get the red flashing light or whatever somebody said, that'll definitely help.
That was, you know,
'Cause they're
that's
not blowing it.
that was probably as vague as I could have done, I guess, and some people didn't understand what I was doing. As you said,
I had
had
no
to stop.
idea.
That's how stop is spelled. No, the street sign. And so I guess one person took offense to that and stopped by my house while I was out in the
Wait,
yard.
Stopped by your
Came by your house.
That's correct. It was on the way home from where they were coming from. And just to ask me straight out if I was being mean, why I'm picking on them. I'm like, I'm just being petty today. I'm just being petty. Petty Pete is out. He's out and he's trolling. And they drove off. And the next thing I know, I'm getting on Facebook after mowing and looking, and Josh and I are kicked off the admins on the main page.
Remind you, I'm an innocent victim.
Innocent victim.
I'm just
So that's
You took it straight, Josh.
what do they call it? What do they call it? Collateral damage.
he was collateral damage. That is correct. So
Anybody who affiliated with Jacob was dead that day.
So when I'm still in that zone of being petty, I decided I removed myself from the regular page because I didn't have, nobody came to me and says, hey, this is why we're doing this. Like, or you're being a bull. I don't know. So removing that, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna create a regular page where there's no fearless leader. Everybody owns the page. I don't feel like a neighborhood page should be owned by one person.
Yeah,
And that's how it's being ran. That's my assumption. Sorry for people that take offense to that, but
His opinion.
that's my opinion.
His opinion.
Is that right? So they're, everybody. I've seen some comments that my wife just showed me that since I'm not on the pages, like, take his phone away from him. Why is he acting like this? I just pointed at a sign and said how to spell the And there's friends of ours that have North Star pages that are spelled incorrectly. It was
That's
for
too.
no, the star is an asterisk. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's an actual star.
So we'll take that off. Anyways, so that's my side of the story. But I guess I was being petty that day, and I've earned that nickname. But
Petty Pete.
I didn't see it was petty. I just saw
It's
something.
informative. He's like,
I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I
Just
made
wanna
a
make sure
comment
it's
about.
spelled right.
but if someone got defended by it, what does that mean? They feel attacked? Like that's just their own issue, or
I
well,
mean,
okay, let's be honest here. Let's put a theoretical response here. Let's say the Barter part two. Let's just say whiskey advice here.
There we go.
If let's say we had a satellite we sent up into space that everybody trusted, or we had a balloon like you could climb on to float in space.
Like a Chinese balloon.
That floats over and sets the whole government on.
a child's in that.
If a fairy hit your house
Let
and
it go.
sprinkled dust on you and you started flying to Neverland, you know,
Okay.
but just imagine that you could, and you could go out into outside the earth, and then you could determine if it was round or flat. Like you could literally say, yes, there's a ice wall, and Game of Thrones is happening, and they're all the winter's coming. Or you could be like, look, the Earth is round. This is how it is. At some point, someone's going to be wrong, right? Like, there's no. This is kind of a black and white issue. It's there's no gray area here. Because when you legal document is legal document, that's what I'm referring to in the show part of the name. So somebody is going to get upset for not being right. And that's where I think it's funny is because at some point the truth has to come out.
Yeah.
So again, it's when you talk about everybody gets upset. But Facebook, what I said earlier, is not life.
Right.
It's, if you live in Facebook,
It was done all in humor as well. Just like, why would I go
Well, I mean,
point to sign? Like,
if anybody-
hey, like smiling, like, but it was.
I just
If
love
anybody's
how that
met you though, I mean, that's not.
That's
your
the
style.
thing. A lot of people that don't know. I mean, when I make sarcastic comments, I think, "Wow, he's being rude." Like, no, he's being funny.
Yeah.
Maybe delivery's wrong, or I can't deliver it.
Yeah.
But we want to.
That was the straw, huh?
but
That was it.
that was the one.
We got kicked off.
See, I made a comment about we have a running joke in our house about if it has a white outline on the stop sign, it's optional if no cars are there. It was a joke from one of my wife's friends that believe that, right?
And now everybody who runs stop signs.
Well, I made that comment. I don't know if I made it on that post or some other one, and a lady got pissed and corrected me. Excuse me, all stop signs mean to stop.
Oh,
Sure.
Well, I mean,
We refer to it as a
There's-
California
there's-
stop
there's-
sign.
there's
You
a
need to feel relevant.
well, to be fair on that one,
Oh, well done.
I was
Maybe Vic is someone who
ready that time.
Mhm.
I saw it.
Stop
Yes.
signs. So law is not enforceable in parking lots because
That was
parking
correct.
lots are
I
owned.
sold insurance. That was correct.
They are owned by businesses.
So on a stop sign, I don't have to stop in the parking lot.
If it's in a parking lot, like at the Target parking
It's
lot,
private property. It's not governed by.
All right. So what's the premise and who's arguing for what?
So, well, you said the premise is you have to stop at all stop signs,
Well, that's what
and
they told you.
Yeah, then I'll argue that.
That you should.
you should,
Yeah, I'll be the one that you should stop at all stop signs.
yeah, and so that's where the reverse is that not all stop signs are legal, so technically you do not. So you don't have to stop at all stop signs.
Okay. Well, the business owner or property has asked you to stop, and you're on their property.
Yeah, they can ask me not to come back, but I won't even stop to hear them say that to me.
We're going too fast.
I mean, it's for the safety of everybody in there.
You know, true. And if I was worried about everybody in there, but if there's nobody around,
Yeah.
and a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, does the tree make sound?
Yes.
But nobody's there to hear it.
Exactly.
So the same thing. If nobody sees me run a stop sign, and there's nobody there to witness to it, did I run the stop sign?
It's only
There's
for
nobody there to enforce it.
Yeah, because
Yes, you still did because you did not stop. Whether or not somebody saw it is regardless.
a legal
But that's
car.
the only time you would be in consequence would be if you got caught. Or
Well, it's not about. It's not. That's a character flaw.
But you know why? Well, you know why? Like the red light cameras got taken down.
Yeah.
Is because cops can't write tickets unless they actually catch you in the act of a crime.
Correct.
Like they have to, so it's hard to determine who was driving that car because the pictures, I mean, like they have to have you dead to rights.
And
Like
it
your face
was
shot.
like a huge lawsuit
Yeah.
on that.
And so
All that wasted money on
So
cameras.
they had to take it all down because Texas got sued too as well when they took it to the Supreme Court of Texas, and they were like, "This is you are writing tickets to cars, and you can't ticket cars," because that's what they were doing. They were ticketing your registration so you couldn't renew your car, which is also a catch-22 because they legally require you to register your car. So again, to the point of stop signs, if nobody's there.
But in a neighborhood, you have to stop.
I mean, if you're tanning on a beach in Florida, I guess, or New Jersey,
I literally try to drive like 15 miles an hour down my street.
Mhm.
Even the cross streets over here that don't have a stop sign, like you have the right of way. I slow down because I'm just anticipating somebody not
Oh, I've
paying
almost been
attention
hit 4 or 5 times.
side sway.
now to be fair, I stop at every stop sign, regardless. And it's not, and I don't stop.
Whether it's a California style.
Is it a full stop?
I
Does your wheels stop moving?
I don't.
Probably when nobody
For
is,
how long?
like if there's nobody at any of the stop signs, I'm kind of like a almost complete stop, but a roller, and then right
Yeah,
there.
well, it's California stop.
So what if four-way stop sign, all 4 cars stop at the
Oh,
same time?
gosh.
Who's going?
If
Okay,
you go to
hold
your
on,
left,
hold on.
you go to the left.
I would,
But everybody would go
no,
there.
no. I should know the answer to this because my wife has the answer to this, and I love her. So when she was telling me the story about it,
Okay.
I was listening intently because a lot of people argue about who all stops at a 4-way stop. Because sometimes when 4 people get there together, somebody has to go first. Always, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody has to go second, third,
Who's on
fourth,
first?
last, right? And that's why stop signs are important.
I don't know.
Yeah.
First base.
First base.
I got
That's
it.
on second.
Okay.
So that's why stop signs are important.
Perfect.
Exactly. You should stop at all stop signs.
No. Well, yes.
It's because
On
at some
public
point in
thoroughfares.
time, there's going to be 4 people that meet in that intersection at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why they have stop
And-
signs.
And then I just go.
And,
And everybody else should stop.
well, one person will go and everybody goes because they all meet. Meeting's important and stop signs are good. And that's my answer.
Final
And,
answer.
if that doesn't take you there, maybe this one will. We're gonna roll right into our new subject here.
Oh.
New topic of game.
Milky Way.
Talking around the truth.
Put your politician on board.
Put your phone- If you didn't see what I did there with the stop sign.
season.
Is there something big happening right now?
Oh, there's a lot of good stuff coming on. One of my favorite things, and this was brought up as we were talking about Jacob, is to watch like the presidential debates and any politician who speaks in general. And when they get asked questions by press and the press conference, everything, they will get asked questions and they never
A yes or no question.
a yes or no
Literally,
question.
yes
and they'll
or no.
never answer it.
But they try to speak to both parties without really
Yeah.
giving an assignment of what they
Without
believe
swaying
on. Like
the
they're like,
So,
so.
you get my thumbs
So
ready.
I brought a list of questions,
Oh, perfect.
and I don't know if anybody else has some talking around the truth questions.
You have some for the neighborhood if you want to go.
Well, we started,
We'll
we'll
just
start-
backwards.
but here we go with the
Just circle back.
we'll circle back. So we'll start with this one here. Would you slap someone for $1 million?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
So
He's a winner.
Well,
50% of America hates you.
So,
Would you slap someone
for $1
Look.
million?
Look, people deserve to be reprimanded, but people also love to be loved. So what I think is if they deserve it or if they don't, that whatever happens to them, it's on them.
Oh,
Yeah, I could kind of agree with that, but I've always wanted to be
slap.
wealthy. And, I'm not saying that being wealthy is better than being slapped, but at this point in time, I can't really tell you a yes or a no. But I think that everybody deserves to go from a middle class family
Look,
to
here we go.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I grew up in a.
Just stop.
Just sorry. Grew up in a middle class family, and my mom had to work 9 jobs so that my brothers and sisters and I could all eat. And sometimes things got out of control, but it was a middle class family. We had nothing else that we could do.
Okay, I'm going to put a spin on it for you, Mr. Middle Class. Then,
Middle class family.
but even if the person you're slapping was a poor disabled child.
But I grew up in a middle class family. So.
All right. Here we go. If you were really hungry, would you eat bugs?
Food is a commodity. Food is something that is important for all people.
What do you think? Bread has gone up, milk's gone up, and we just need to find out more.
China.
China.
Nothing. Anybody else want to? Would you eat bugs? Would you eat bugs, Jake?
Well, everybody has their own specific taste, So I guess depending on what kind of bug it is, you never know. Is it a big bug, little bug? Does it have wings, no wings?
Some bugs are like gushers.
People would love an opportunity to have that decision to make. And that's why people love to come to America. And we have to open our borders. Like the HOA.
There are thousands of bugs in this country. We need to get rid of them.
That's a good Trump
Someone needs to eat all the bugs.
We're going to take all the bugs from Texas and ship them up to New York, Chicago, and drop them all off.
So they're starving up there. They're eating cats and dogs.
We're just providing the people with
the
food.
question, by the way, which was confirmed by an Ohio viewer that we had the other day.
Yes.
That was pretty funny.
All right. Here we go. Well, this one, really put your Trump hat on for this one, because this one will be perfect. Look at that. If you could know what other people really thought of you, would you want to know?
Little big.
I was like, if we had someone here that could do a perfect impersonation.
I can't. I've tried. I've really tried to do a Trump.
We need Shane Gillis on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just to let them go.
Shout out.
I gave him a call. He didn't answer.
Look, people love me.
That's pretty close.
Maybe I should
I'm
go
great.
in.
I'm great. Always been great. I'll always be nothing but great.
Y'all two have it down. I got to work on my Kamala.
Hey,
Or Kamala. Sorry.
we're dropping Halloween hits.
Yes.
What might be coming up for Halloween, right?
All right. I costume. I'm set.
My garage will be bipartisan.
That's great. What are all these buses lined up outside of Jacob's house?
It's all of his friends. They buzzed him in.
We're welcome finding jobs that could come into my garage and
Free
work.
trips to Chicago.
Oh god.
Wonderful place. Wonderful place.
The weather's great this time of year.
I've been there many times. Many times. They've asked me to come back.
I have the most successful hotel in all of Chicago.
Beautiful hotel.
It's very successful.
You can't
Probably
many
the
people-
most successful
you can't afford
hotel
to stay
ever
there.
built.
You can go look at it, but you can't stay there.
So I did watch Shane Gillis talk about how he gets his Trump thing, his talk, and he said all you do is say something and then talk about yourself saying the same thing. It's like, I walked into this room, beautiful. I said to myself, what a room, what a beautiful room.
That's good.
That's great. That is great.
All right, here we go. So you want to drop one of yours in before I talk the last one, or?
Mine might take a minute. Do you want?
Oh, that's okay. We got a few minutes.
Do we?
We got a few minutes before we.
We could segue into the Pete's pet peeves, or we could do that next time. Do a topic on that, or a follow up on that.
Oh yeah, so he's got another game that he wants to try one time called. He wants to do Pete's Pets Peeves. Pete.
Oh yeah, we're gonna work on that one. That's a tongue twister just for fun.
Triple P.
All right, let me ask this last question real quick, and then we'll come into some more fun upcoming stuff. We'll do some brief run-throughs on what Jacob's brought to the table. You're still on camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. They can see your hands. They can't see my Trump hands.
No, because he's still on camera over there.
He's got Trump hands.
Yeah,
They're big.
We're gonna get that letter. We're gonna get that letter from YouTube.
I said, what big hands I have.
Okay, so last
I
question.
said to myself,
Last question. Real quick is, have you ever cheated at a board game?
The game of life is just like our game of life. You struggle, you have ladders. Oh, the shoes and ladders. I guess I haven't played the game of life in a long time, but
You shoot people and climb up ladders. It's crazy.
Sometimes you go down the slide. It seems so fun, but you're back at square one.
Listen,
I said, what a beautiful square one.
he's like, you either know up, down, left, right, or you don't.
Right.
So the answer is yes.
You're supposed to
We
avoid
blew
that
that one.
Yes.
The answer is games were created to have fun.
All games are created equal.
And when I play games in a middle class family,
What that Monopoly board game is going.
Hey, what board games do you think Diddy played at his house, at his parties?
Twister.
I think Slippery Twister.
solo wrestling, ping pong.
Do you think people got the checkers out and they were like, God, these things I can't hold on to them. They're so slippery.
Instead of instead of
What's the one where you have the mouth?
instead of beer pong, it's what's
Here,
in
stay
this cup.
like that. Close your eyes. Why do I have to play this game blindfolded?
Okay, so moving on. So Jacob wanted to drop some.
Oh gosh.
And so we had, if you want to know Diddy, please write us. I got your email saved, pdiddy@prisonhouse.com. It won't be blocked this time.
Slippery Diddy. Slippy Diddy.
Slitty Diddy.
Oh.
There's another. We got to do conspiracies one time too. Because there's a conspiracy about his clone and he's not really in prison.
No, jeez.
Anyway, so Jacob, you wanted to talk about some fun. You said you had some fun things you wanted to bring up.
No, the Pete's pet peeves.
You know what? You just dropping it on. You got some ideas. Let's just drop them.
It's just some ideas. Okay. So I got some segments. My brain was, the wheels were turning after being on a couple with listening. I've listened to all 4 goals podcasts. So I'm in on it, right?
Yeah.
I want to come back anytime you want me to come back. So some segments I'd love to bring in. Pete's pet peeves. We're going to go over pet peeves that bother everybody and maybe some examples that people have.
Give us a
Hang
line.
on, let me pull up my list.
Give us
So-
a taste.
Oh, here's a taste. And I have a top 10. I can just run through those real quick.
Just
But
a family guy. What grinds my gears?
you know what else? Yeah, what grinds with gears? But a great one is being late. Is one of the top 10 in America. So
Oh yeah.
that's what I said when you
That's a
walked to the
big
door.
one.
I'm like, perfect timing.
Yeah,
Really
being
late.
terrible. When my wife came in and said I'm late, and I was like, "Oh, "It's so fine. 10 minutes is great." She's like, "No." Yeah, huge pet peeve.
Slow walkers.
It'll click in a minute.
Slow. These are not particular
I
words, but the
didn't
top
think
10.
he said late.
Being
I
late.
thought he said being laid. That's a pet
That
peeve.
bothers a lot of people. Slow walkers.
Builds the pressure.
Talking during a movie.
Oh,
Say there we go. So we got some top 10 here.
okay.
Bad grammar, which is obviously what I displayed on the Facebook pages.
Yeah, capitalizing letters that don't
Yeah.
need to be capitalized.
People talking on their speakerphone in public.
Oh,
say
my
that.
God.
So that's 5. I'll just say I'll go
Okay,
with 5.
to parlay on that,
Or FaceTime.
people talking on their cell
I
phone
told you it
on
could go.
speakerphone while they're driving.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to run them over.
Yeah.
Every freaking time. Like, oh, it drives me nuts. This is not hands free. Holding your phone.
Oh, I told you. So there's some other ones that don't spitting, people who wash their hands, interrupting, but chewing, like
Can you
bounce.
spit on your hands to wash
Well, there's no soap around here.
Double pet peeve.
That's
I swear. After his church, he's like, my spit's cleaner.
Demon spit,
Demon
my hands
spit
on
it all.
fire.
So, but some other segments that we will go into later are bring it back. So some good nostalgia talks there, like bring some
Yeah.
stuff back. I'll do a shameless plug. Taco Bell, double decker taco. I don't know if y'all ever had that. I'm a fan of double. It's back to October 30th, only for like 2 weeks. So get you double decker taco.
I got like
Taco Real Truth, we got that. You can't do that. There's some laws out there that you're not allowed to do certain things that are just outrageous.
I found out some of those.
Yeah, and I'll give you number 1 right now. Alabama, you're not allowed to drive around blindfolded. It's illegal.
Oh,
You can't do that.
I saw Chris Angel do that.
And then another one is guilty pleasures. So there you go. We got some.
That goes right into Taco Bell.
That was talking about guilty pleasures.
It's funny because just real quick, this Sunday when we were recovering from our night of debauchery, I was like, I didn't want to make any food or anything. I was like, I called my wife and I was like, hey, I'm gonna order some Taco Bell. She's grand. I'm laying here on the couch. She's upstairs laying in bed. I didn't want to get up and ask her a question. I just called her on the phone and I was like, I'm gonna order Taco Bell. Her first words were guilty pleasure, and I was like, lazy to cook. So,
I'm stuck on these pet peeves though,
oh,
because I'm sure all three of us have some pet peeves.
oh, we'll bring touch. We'll bring lots of.
I think that's what you should do. Y'all should bring a couple
I'm
right,
gonna
the
have
next
a
time.
list.
I've already got my top 10, my personal top 10. Some kind of repetitive from
I
the
like
top
it.
10
I
in
think-
America.
All right, we got homework. So
Get like 3, get like top 5.
I had
That
9.
one, because
Pet peeves. I like Pete's pet peeves.
well, that could be a continuous
Yeah, I'm
subject.
I'm down because I've got some.
See,
Well,
The cell phone thing pisses me off.
It'll help you release. You know?
my dad's the loud talker.
What about the talking when people have their headphones or like an earbud in the store?
That's one of them, but it's
and
like
you
top
can't
20.
see the earbud because it's in the other ear, and you're sitting in an aisle. And they go, "So what do you want to have for dinner?" Like, why do you care?
That's
Who
like
the
on the
hell
top
are you?
20 people talking with their headphones in.
And then they look at you like you're the asshole.
Yeah.
They look at you.
I'm fine. I got the
No.
rice-a-roni.
So it's so funny because when people do that thing where like they ask something, they put you in there like I'm
Like
talking
you
phone.
just did.
I do the same thing back to them. I'm on the phone too.
Are we talking?
So, anyways,
All right.
There's a bunch.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Hey, do you guys want to do something with me one day with the whole like microphone thing or headphone? Where we all dress in a nice suit and go to Walmart and walk around. Like one of us is not dressed in a suit,
oh yeah.
but we have like a little cord hanging down. Like Jacob can be the one that
We have to say
escorting
that.
around.
What's that show? I can't leave it right now.
But then all of a
Before
sudden,
dance.
we all just like, do the thing.
And then
you touch your ear and then take off running and see what happens.
But you gotta get the like squid, the swirl. Like,
Yeah.
Remember we talked about this.
Come on
Inciting.
Yeah.
That could be a crime.
Hysterical.
Inciting-
the person
Can you,
standing in
is that
front
one
of you.
your
That's
you can't do that segment?
it could be. But it's like they're standing in front of you with like a purple shirt. Yeah, the guy in the purple
You got me
shirt.
riled up.
He's
Dude.
right.
I'm not. Ooh,
Well, I know how to bring Matt back now.
Please.
We're getting near the end of our show.
The top of the
no, that doesn't make me happy to know that we're at the end.
But it's going to be happy because I said I brought a few more times to drop tonight, and so we want to close out the show. We're here. Yeah,
I like it.
I like it.
Dang, dude, you came loaded today.
that's right. I came prepared.
I like it.
I just got to get faster on the button draw.
God, I love that advice. I gave some the other day. And Vic sent me a picture of it.
Oh,
Did you see it? Oh yeah, Josh, he sent it on the group.
no, you sent on the group. I
Did you
saw it.
see? Oh, you didn't see it, Jacob. So a lady had some leggings that she had washed with some towels, so they had white lint all over these black leggings, and she had asked this group that we're all in how to get rid of the white fuzzies. And I said I made sure she had other answers first that were legit, and I said all you need to do is rewash them with a black and a silver or black and gray Sharpie with the caps off in the wash, and the black will cover it up and it'll be permanent. You'll never have to worry about it again.
And was there responses to that?
I
Or
didn't check.
There was like 200.
I may
comments
try
on it.
that. That sounds good.
I just took a screenshot and then circled it in red and was like, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go. I need to find them. They used to show up on my feed because I used to comment on Mac's bad advice. Because I would. Now, what was that one that I commented? And I was like, "Well, what do you say? Oh, the Happy Hallow. What was the Halloween one or Tween? The lady spelled the word wrong about
Yeah,
Halloween.
And I made a comment.
Is this on the regular?
No, it's
Oh.
like we all join these self-help group, anonymous self-help groups where you can ask for honest advice. That's where we get the guy that was pleasuring himself about his sister.
That left Matt speechless. But anyway, so going on for self-help tonight from our anonymous. Does any other guys like it when men flirt with their wives?
Oh, back on the flirting topic. Gosh.
It seems to be a trend on these pages, by the way.
Seems to be. And the next one's good, but we'll get this more quickly, so we'll blow through these ones. So here's my advice. No. Well, yeah. As long as it's your wife's a man, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he sounds like a politician.
Sounds like a double. You just did a double top there. No, yeah, no.
No. I mean, it depends on the level of flirting. Because if another man says hi to my wife, I start by hitting him in the face, and I say hello in sign language.
Yeah. So what happens if I'm out with my wife and some gentleman comes by and says hello to my wife? I'm gonna say, "Are you paying for dinner too?"
Yeah.
Golly, bro.
There you go. Hand them checks. If you have issues with people hitting on your wife, just start handing them bills. they'll quickly stop hitting on your wife. This is good advice. What am I doing here?
Yeah,
Here you
you're
go.
helping the cause here.
Okay, if you want to stop,
Just
Look,
get
I
angry,
think if
get
somebody-
angry, be direct.
You need to be nice about it. If somebody hits on your wife, you need to calmly write her number down and hand it to him.
yes.
And about how much she cost a month. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, give him a fat, big kiss on the mouth.
Didn't think that's where you were going.
Okay,
Moving on.
We were talking about bad advice.
That advice. Here we go. So we got a person here. I'm not gonna say their name. They're supposed to do anonymous. They didn't. But how do you know you're ugly without being told you are?
Oh, and you don't go anonymous on it.
They didn't go anonymous.
Oh, I can
Now we
only
know what
imagine
you
the
look
responses they got.
Well, they're waiting for our response, and if you have to ask the question, you're ugly.
I mean,
If somebody tells you that you have a good heart, and that's it,
Or they say, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Am I good looking? Bless your heart.
but see, that goes back to why are you asking Facebook that?
Yeah. So here's what you
There's someone out there for everyone.
here's what you do. Go out and you just find people who you think you're that like ugly, and then
Ask them.
and you don't even ask them. You date them. You date them all at once immediately, because then at one point in time, if you feel good about it, you're probably ugly on the inside and out. I like how bad advice is turning into this. People are really going to do this. I'm going to change someone's life, and it's gonna be like, I got 18
I tried
lives.
it.
Man, you got nothing on this one?
I got a bad advice question.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Or do you want me to comment on one?
Well, I was just seeing what you got about this ugly. How do you know it's ugly without being told? Like, how do you know you're at the point where you're like you're ugly without being told?
I think it's the opposite. He knows he's so good looking, or she knows she's so good looking. That's why she's asking for people to say, no, you're good.
I think honestly, you go to the nearest store that you have and you walk up to strangers and ask them, please rate me on the scale of 1 to 10.
You know, that kind of makes sense because when you walk to the mall, or when you used to walk to the mall and have little makeup ladies, they're like, hey, need a free makeover?
Yeah.
Sometimes I get the comment, sometimes I don't. So maybe that's how I know. Hey, would you like a free makeover? Oh, man. Mate, you still got a question. Let's hear it.
Here's from an anonymous member. I saw this one earlier. I need advice on how to handle being homeless while working. I was recently kicked out of my living situation. And
Shut
just
the front
got
door. That's the same one that I brought.
No.
Let's go. All right.
All right.
We got it.
We're power of the
This
Otter.
person's asking the question everywhere.
So, all right. I need advice on how to handle being homeless while working. I was recently kicked out of my living situation and just got a new job today. My main concern is good hygiene. I'm worried about smelling bad and probably getting fired because of it.
So
I would recommend breaking into someone's house, living in the attic where they're gone. They're not using the house. I mean, they're out running errands. Use the shower, use the
Make sure you
bathroom,
use the
clean up.
garbage too.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember growing up, the number one rule of law: whoever smelt it dealt it. So you just always blame everybody else. So when you start smelling bad, you immediately walk up next to somebody and you're like, dude, what is that smell? And I'm going to promise you every time, they'll never think it's you because they're going to think it's them. And then the more they like move away to smell, just get closer to them. And you're going to be golden.
I was thinking that our current administration has an open borders policy. So open borders, open doors. So if you walk into somebody's house, kind of like Jacob said, but people should open their showers to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, we're supposed to support those in need. So we're supposed
And
to
definitely find the people that are preaching that you should let them all in and find those houses with
Well,
signs.
to be fair, cats lick themselves clean almost all.
We're still alive.
It just came out of my nose.
I think we lost people. There were one on there.
The one person. I think there was only one to begin with. Wasn't there?
Hey, I'm sorry. I might need a Clorox wipe after that one. I'm very sorry about that.
Sponsored by.
Holy crap.
Sponsored by.
Uh,
I don't even think we
So you're saying they should lick themselves clean?
Just like a cat. Just get all up in there.
Oh,
You know, like that old rumor about Marilyn Manson that they can remove his lower ribs. So
Yeah.
I tried that. There was a skit on Saturday Night Live that was freaking hilarious with Will Ferrell that did that, where he took yoga classes for 6 months
Oh,
so,
I think it's
so that he could do that. And he's in a yoga class with his sweatpants pulled up over his head. They keep asking him to stop.
Oh, nice. Well, I think we've kind of reached the end of our night tonight. We appreciate you, Jacob, for coming back.
Always a pleasure being a guest. So
We appreciate it.
We don't always need to touch on the show prep stuff that we talked about, but we use a good avenue to come back. So,
You're definitely gonna want to come back. We got something special happening on what?
oh yeah,
Sunday.
speaking of,
Oh.
let's close out on our great
Yeah.
before we close the show. Matt,
So-
let us know.
We put it out there to any local business or any business really that would like to have some free publicity now that we're getting started and we're free and cheap right now. So, I mean, we are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chance to kind of highlight some local businesses that are up and coming or just trying to get going. And we're trying to get going, so it's kind of a match made in heaven. So I put it out there for anybody that wants to us to come do a live show, come do it. And the first people that reached out to us is Elite Speed and Sports Training here in Haslett. So we're going to be live Sunday at 4:00. We're going to get a tour of their facility. Their grand opening is Sunday from 11 to 4.
And then
That's
right,
awesome.
then right afterwards, we're gonna sit down and interview the
So
owner.
I don't know if you guys took a chance to look at the website. This place looks sick.
Yeah, it does. It looks really nice inside too.
It's got weights. It's got a track to run on. It has the guys look like they know what they're doing. They're freaking jacked. So
So I plan on showing up to their grand opening event to check it out too, because I kind of want to
yeah,
hear some details. Because I want to take some shop notes while I'm touring the place, so
Yeah.
we can sophistically speak to this guy. This sophisticated word.
I don't know, I just-
Never
I-
mind.
I just-
Come on now. It sounds good.
it sounded good.
Let's go here.
So-
I always think
Can you
sophisticated.
make a post on Facebook and point to a side and tell me what the right word is?
No, and people that spell it wrong, they're gonna like come back. Why are you
So
making
anyways,
fun of me?
So we're going to be live there. We're going to interview with them, and they're going to give us a rundown of their facility and what they provide and what they can offer for us or your kids
That's
to
awesome.
come train. And I know I love going to the gym, so not having anything around here in Haslett is kind of a pain in the butt. So
Yeah.
having something right here that's close, and if you have a serious athlete, this is where you need to go.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, I like going to the gym too. I just got it misspelled and I went to the gyro instead. So I got some letters off that are kind of hooked into the L.
I know.
Gyro, no.
In the office.
20 minutes they came in and ladies like, why are you here?
Yeah, I charge you 40. I'll do it for free.
So, all right, so that's it. Do we want to? So we're gonna drop that. We're gonna this episode. We're gonna drop here and probably the next day or so, and then of course that we're gonna use Sunday's episode. We're gonna drop that on our Tuesday drop, so we have time to edit it up and then get it out there. Now, a week from today. Also, do we want to drop? Do you want to drop that dime for our special guest coming on that show, or do we want to wait?
No, but it ties into the
Okay.
elite sports training. So I don't mind giving. We have a certified personal trainer and nutritionist that's going to join us. That
Okay.
is going to bring some gold.
So we're excited for it. So okay,
And it'll be a call-in. It'll be our first call-in guest.
first call.
Nice.
So yeah. All right. Yeah.
Jacob, you can still be.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I got like lost my spot. It's all right.
No, your spot's still there.
Hey, listen, I got 2 more seats available for physical
He's got
spots.
2 more plugs to
Yeah,
plug.
so I got 2 more. I got 2 holes.
Y'all just let me know when y'all just let me know when the seat's taken. Like, okay, I'll just be a
No,
producer in the background. I'll be a
we got
producer.
some homework to do, and I want to retouch on stuff. So other than that, guys, I appreciate it again. This is Josh,
Matt,
Vic,
Jacob.
and I guess we're gonna see
See
you
you
guys
next
Tuesday.
see you.
See you next
See ya.
We're done. Can we stop live streaming?
You were so unconfident about that.
Oh yeah, that's straight. I still want to know how they got the cannon to go off. Somebody did it one time.